If you've ever felt the need to explain yourself, to discuss why you left a job, changed careers, left a relationship, or even moved away, you're not alone. I've done this and I don't do it anymore. My name is Cara Bradley, and this is Sparked. In season 2 of The Bear, the Emmy award winning television show, the great character, Cousin Richie, who's gruff and crass and sloppy and curses, he's sent away for training at a Michelin star restaurant and he changes his ways. Richie sharpens up. All of a sudden, he dresses well and speaks cleanly and looks great and carries himself totally differently. So he goes back to the Bear, to the restaurant The Bear, and all his buddies and all his coworkers start noticing. Hey, Richie, you look fantastic. Hey, Richie, you look sharp. What's going on? And all he says is, I wear suits now. He must have said it like 6 or 7 times during the episode. People would notice, and he didn't give any backstory. He didn't explain himself. He didn't say, well, I was at the Michelin star restaurant and this is what happened and I decided to change. Nope, none of it. All he said was, I wear suits now. I got to tell you, it changed my life. Hearing that, the simple explanation that was it, end of story, was life-changing for me. It started to look at all of the ways that I over-explained, all of the times I felt like I needed to offer a backstory as to why I transferred colleges my sophomore year, why I quit my MBA, why I moved away from home, why I sold my business, why I moved away from a place I had lived for 20 years. Why? Why? Why did I feel the need to explain myself when I could simply say something as clean as I wear suits now? Wow, I really sat with that. So if you do this as well, if you find yourself over explaining for no reason or for some justification as to why you made a change, I want you to think again and sit with this. There are 3 ways that you can start to break yourself of this habit. The first one is to hold the backstory. Simply say what you did. I moved away. I transferred colleges. I felt like it was time for a change. You keep it really simple. We don't have to provide this huge backstory to why we've made change in our lives. Hey, listen, we get to change. We get to pivot, and we don't have to give an explanation why. So when you find yourself starting to explain and go into that same old story, one of the great things you can do that I do is cross your fingers. Just cross your fingers as a reminder to stop the backstory. The second thing you can do is to claim who you are now. You don't have to explain why the transition happened, but claim, get clear on what you're doing now. I moved away. I moved away several times. And now I simply say, I really love where I live now. This really suits my life right now. It definitely feels more of who I am. You don't have to justify or defend anything. Just claim who you are now. I am a coach now. I am no longer a this. I am now a this. So again, you've got to almost plan for it because especially if these are ingrained patterns, you're going to find yourself just defaulting into over explaining and defending and proving. Trust me, I've been there. I've done it. And the final thing is there are no press releases needed for why you make a change. No press releases. I often see people on social media, they'll say, sorry, I've been gone for so long. I was busy doing this, or I had some family thing happen and I've been gone from social media. And I want to say, like, you don't have to tell people that. You don't need a press release every time you switch gears. You get to wear suits and just say, I wear suits now. So 3 simple ways to start catching yourself when you're doing it, to start to remind yourself and interrupt yourself when you start to go way back into that backstory. Finally, one great thing and practice that can help you is to write down who you are now and what you do now and how you carry yourself now. I had a client who changed jobs. She actually went part time, and she found that she felt like she had to always explain herself as to why she went part time. And finally, we came up with some simple phrases that she could use, kind of like in her toolbox that she could just grab instead of going back into that default over story. She just would say, part time suits me better now. That's it. End of story. So you want to get an idea of who you are now, right? You want to be really specific and then start to use that. We don't need to over explain ourselves. It's a really, I want to say, it's not a great habit. It doesn't matter for the other people, it matters for us. If we feel like we've got to continually defend our choices, prove who we are, if we feel like we have to continually explain so people get us, that just is going to put us into this really, I want to say, black hole. And trust me, I've been there. So let's take it from Richie. Let's be as specific and as simple as Richie. I wear suits now. Boom. That's it. Thanks for being here. If you want more, make sure that you subscribe not only to this channel, but also to my Substacks down at the link below.